This is a piece called Anatomy of Extinction, and I'm working with a skeleton model. Talks about the causes and consequences of contemporary extinctions. I started off really 30 years ago as an artist working on the topic of extinction, extinctions of plants and animals and habitats, and I never thought I would sort of end up contemplating our own extinction. This is an exhibition which has been postponed 6 times. It was supposed to happen in April of 2020, and here we are in July of 2021. So I'm extremely excited to finally have this work realized. It represents a lot of work that I did really at the beginning of the COVID pandemic lockdown, and I needed to find an interesting way to challenge myself to make new kinds of work. So there's a lot of drawings that are the largest drawings I've ever made. For me, in the past, I never worked large on paper. Having all the time and the space and the headspace and the material comfort of a COVID lockdown, I was able to produce what are, I think, the largest drawings I've ever done. A lot of the work made for the exhibition really relates to the current crisis in biodiversity, our issues with the planet. Most of my work has always been about the culture of nature, but now we're reaching a kind of critical point and things are getting very, very serious. And so this work is largely a sort of meditation on that, but at the same time, trying to do that with a bit of humor, a bit of satire to, in some way, undercut the tremendous melancholy of the situation. So this is a work called The Cabinet of Extinction. You know, extinction has been a big topic in my work really for 30 years now. So I'm also very interested in the history of the Cabinet of Wonder. And for me, like, the modern era is bookended on one hand by the Cabinet of Curiosity, by this kind of enthusiasm that Europe has during the colonial era for discovering new things. And all of these novel organisms and novel elements are making it into Europe and kind of blowing people's mind. So you have that fascination, that kind of motivation of the curious with new objects coming in. And I think that's one bookend. The other bookend is our current moment, where we have the sort of melancholy of seeing many of those things that were so cherished and well regarded disappear disappear because of this long process of colonial capitalism, basically. The melancholy of our moment is really mirrored by the fascination and the sense of wonder as we discover these things, and now our sense of loss as they disappear. This is a work called Eagle, and a lot of the works in this exhibition result from the absolutely miserable years of Donald Trump's presidency. And so we have this structure, which was meant originally to be presented outside, and inside of this you find the skeleton of the bald eagle, the sort of symbol of America, perched upon a large series of trinkets, of costume jewelry and toys and game parts and other sort of souvenirs of the past, this kind of cheap material culture in a sense. And it's embedded in tar. It's sort of the result of petroleum capitalism, basically.